85% my job. I'm not coming fully out because my body gets fully. Still got circulation. Too short. I ducked into my hole every time something new came near me. That's all I want to think. Even though my body stays under the ground, my face and eyes always have so many new experiences. Slowly going down. Up. Big call on that because I would have forgotten the other boat to do. And no one is home. Good to me. Green tea helps me think. Green tea you shouldn't drink, because then you can't fall asleep. No. Then you can't fall asleep. Yes. The Laura Shibikawa. This must be the guy. So this is an Easter egg. Okay. Plot point. So it'll be a kind of silly change of thing. Just a second. That's really cool. You must be like Patreon backers or something. of the sketchy. There's some decorative houses here, I guess, too, then? I think that's all. That's all the different locations. Wait, no. You have to go back. Like the hospital. Like the one where they're selling. The other one. It's really strange. I'm really surprised you can't do anything with the marbles. It even has an envelope. There's the root. That's gotta be it. And right at the end of the game, I'll be up on. There can't be any other. I can't think of anywhere else. That's everything. I'll have to try again off screen. I'm sure. Okay, sweetie. Let's go. So, you are the one who woke me. Yes. I've heard the things that are too quiet for the ears. I listened to their fears, and I learned what they longed for. I learned their hopes and their dreams, and I wanted those things for them. Really, really wanted those things for them. And you have completed the challenges of the forest. I will grant you one wish. So tell me, what is it that you wish for? My wish? Yes. What is your wish, Mike? I wish for a ride on your magical boat. I want to sail to Rakuen. Your wish is granted. Mom? I can't believe we're actually here. It's been a very long journey. Get ready. Oh, Mom. Thank the Lord. The reason I go on, no matter what, I will never ever stop loving you. Never forget that, okay? You promise me you'll keep being brave. Keep shining your light. Oh. I want you to know that your kind heart and your gentle spirit are such special gifts. Mom, I miss you so much. I'm gonna miss you so very much, my baby. Yes, dear. You're my ear. Promise me you'll be strong for me. I promise. I love you, Mom. And I love you.
Underneath the Big Dipper, we gathered stars. We took off both our slippers and sank into the water. Then we swam beneath the bridge. We met a man who sold us what we needed. He gave us directions, and we swim, and we fall. Hold my hand through it all. If we jump into the water, would we swim or would we drown? If we build a set of wings, then could we fly or just fall down? And if you keep talking to me through this darkness, through this night, I'll be alright. Though we were without a map, without a plan, without a destination, we knew where we were going. We put feathers on our backs and climbed so we could see all that below us before we let go. And we fly, and we fall. Hold my hand through it all. If we jump into the water, would we swim or would we drown? If we build a set of wings, then could we fly or just fall down? And if you keep talking to me through this darkness, through this night, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Would you hold me so I'd never be afraid? As the sky falls down around us now, if you tell me everything will be okay, I'll believe you. You don't have to tell me how. If we jump into the water, would we swim or would we drown? If we build a set of wings, then could we fly or just fall down? And if you keep talking to me through this darkness, through this night, I'll be alright.
Well, I didn't know what to expect going into it too much. I knew from the title that I had a feeling that the ending wouldn't be your cheery, best ending in the world, kind of everyone gets to be okay with you. You can definitely tell there's some overlap between this and, the say you have a bittersweet sensation. The story being told here is a really difficult ending. It touches on some pretty big fears for a lot of people. I have family who have work jobs, but dangerous one, like his dad. And bad nights, he'd be scared. There's a very real I think how that goes for people. If there were something bad that happened, you'd ask why they didn't leave. Well, I was lucky enough it never happened to me. It was definitely something that scared me. It's not an easy answer. And of course the real ending to the game, I mean, it's something no one would ever want to go through. But it does happen. And it hits even closer to home for me right now. My mom just finished going through chemo, and she luckily came out the other side okay. There were days where it didn't feel like it was gonna be. That's a parent, that's someone that people expect to have to deal with those things with. I could never imagine what it would be like to do that with a child. it's very careful with how it tells the story. The first time it says, "So who's gonna be there for you?" It's like a punch to the gut. I mean, if something were to go wrong, that's one of the things I think I fear the most. Is that if I were to disappear, I don't know how my parents would be able to handle such a thing. My darkest days where I've had, horrible mindset and felt the worst I've ever felt. And one of the things that's always in the back of my mind is if something went wrong, or if I made a mistake and I didn't, turn back when I could have, what would happen to my parents? And so, I mean, a lot of the emotional things towards the end really hit home. I mean, the idea of being separated from a pet and them not knowing where you are at the end. The ideas of your family being in dangerous situations and maybe never getting to say goodbye to them. What would happen if you had to say goodbye, knowing what kind of pain that was going to leave on someone else? The storytelling in this is very good. Sometimes the gameplay, the biggest criticism I have is that your walk speed is a little slow when you're trying to figure out puzzles and things. But in general, the narrative and the path that it takes and the way it tells the story is all very, very impressively done. I knew from probably the first 5 minutes that, the kid wasn't going to make it through. But even still, kind of being aware of it all the way along, I was still not ready for that. The ending was so impressively written. I mean, there's a lot of emotion put into that. It touches on some pretty heavy subjects in very mature ways. The idea of the earthquake and the consequences of what happened, and the ideas of, past family not approving of who you're in a relationship with. There's kind of a sense of how discrimination works within it. There's dealing with, grief and in many different ways. They have, loss of a pet, loss of a friend, loss of parents, and loss of a child, all touched on in the same game, relatively rapid fire. And even with it doing all that and not really pulling punches, every single thing that hits, it hits hard. And it hits about as well as I think you could have a story hit you. I mean, there's obviously a totally different experience between a fictitious thing and the real world, but this really does a very impressive job. I'm more astounded than ever that I've never heard of anyone mention this game without me telling them about it first. The writing is very impressive, the music is beautiful, the artwork is wonderful, the characters are all really charming. The only, I guess, another criticism I could make is a lot of the background characters are relatively flat compared to the main characters for how much you can go back and interact with them. But the writing is remarkable. I mean, this is a really well written. I definitely recommend this to anyone who wants to try and experience it on their own. I've been told by people that even if you go through a gameplay with someone, it's not the same as experiencing it on your own, and that may or may not be true, I don't know. But this is definitely a game that is worth picking up. It's very, very good. Like I was saying, technical wise, the biggest things are probably the movement speed just feels a bit too slow. People don't walk like they do in these types of games. You like trudge in a lot of these type of RPG Maker games. I know that they're trying to make it so you're not zipping across the screen, but sometimes the movement speed can be really grating. It's a similar thing that happens at certain points in the To the Moon series, where when you're going between certain things, you have to go back and forth. It gets a little frustrating. Other than that, the only other thing that I noticed was well, one, you could tell when certain assets were kind of copy-pasted with certain info with them, so like everything mentions the bathtub, but other things in the area don't interact, even though there's no relevance to any bathtub, for example. But also just the chairs all facing one way, even though the graphic shows a different way. Generally, that was about it as far as the technical parts for what you can do with the RPG Maker. This is beautiful. I really do recommend this to anyone. Now, going forward, this is another one on my list. Wow. That said, it's about half hour past when dinner's on the table, so I gotta go. But I might be back later to start Eastward. If not, it will be another day. But with that said, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever where you are. See you again real soon. And take care.